Good day, all. Ira Epstein with your metal market wrap-up, and this wrap-up is for the evening of Wednesday, the 12th of July, 2023. Been rainy in the Midwest, I'll tell you that. Lots of rains, flash floods going on again. Maybe it'll get out of here soon, but we went from no rains to a lot. Well, in the marketplace, we went from inflation to maybe really beating inflation. In the financial markets update, I'll give my spiel. How is that for the word? As to what I think. I'll save it here so I don't have to repeat it. Suffice to say, depending on the trajectory now of the declines we're getting in the CPI, core CPI, this could be a one and done deal. I do expect we will see a July 26th rate hike of 25 basis points, and I'll give you the reasons on the rest as we get into that. So be certain you tune into that. Now, the other thing I want to alert you to, if you've ever learned to work with Bollinger Bands, today's the classic day. Now, why? What does the Bollinger Band teach you? 95% of the time, the market will trade within them. So if you move up to them, you want to take money off the table. How much? It depends if the momentum's locked in or not. That's the other part of it. I have a 13-chapter course that teaches that, and it's on at the end of this video. Pay attention, learn. You're going to see an awful lot right now. When we take a look at the weekly chart of gold, we're making a run back to what I thought would be the first resistance point. Remember, we were talking 48 hours ago? I said it would be the 18-week average. I think it was 1972.10 then. It's moved up a half a point. Big deal. It is still the area that the market's got to figure out what it wants to do something from. I also mentioned to you, what kind of formation are we going to get? Are we going to get a saucer, a cup? What is this turning out to be? And I don't know yet. What I do know is it's certainly a rounding formation. We have a pattern of higher lows and higher highs. This brown line is called a swing line. It's in my complete charting course. I teach the swing lines, window envelopes, parts of Bollinger Bands. My enhanced Bollinger Band takes over from what I leave out there intentionally. It's like getting your master's degree in Bollinger Bands by taking the other course. And I walk you through all the key moving averages because they're so important, along with slow stochastics. Well, in this particular part, you see you've got higher lows and higher highs. That's bullish. The market always looks back at the day before. It's got a higher high, a lower low than that day, an inside day, an outside day, up or down. There's 5 elements, and the line is drawn from one of those 5. If you have TradingView, you can sign up on our website, by the way, for TradingView at iraepstein.com. Go to the client resources under charting. You'll see it. You sign up there. We turn it on at our side. Everything here is going to pop up for you. Got it? Just the way I do it with my version of slow stochastics, not the one that's in your charting software, by the way. The market made a run and couldn't quite get down to the 200-day average, and it's now put itself into a bullish pattern with upside bias. If a market is over the 18-day average, I have upside bias. If it's under it, I have downside. It is a filter on the swing line. So as this market was making its moves, and I'll show it to you, right here is perfect. You came down and suddenly you changed the pattern to higher lows, higher highs, but you were refusing to settle over the 18-day average. That's a reason to be out of shorts, not a reason yet to be long. Got that? If the market then gets over that 18-day average, which it most certainly has done, then the trade is saying, bull side, resistance, the 100-day average. We already looked on the weekly chart. We know we have a 1972.60, and we look where Bollinger Bands are, and they're right here at the 1966.5 level. So I have plenty of resistance between here at 1962 to 1972, loaded with it. And when you hit the Bollinger Band for the first time, I tell traders that if you're not embedded, this is not embedded. Embedded means both numbers are either going under 20 or over 80. You haven't done that, okay? Therefore, you're overbought. You hit that. I think the pros take their money off the table, period. All of it, all right? That's the move that you look for. Will they do it sometimes in front of the number? Of course. I don't know what everybody does every single time. When you look at August gold versus the silver, I was telling you the story here the same way. Did I not prep you the past 3 days, 4 days? I said, okay, the battleground is right here. We're fighting again. We came down, we got back over it. If you can clear this number, and this was on July 6th, last Thursday, watch out, because then that would mean silver should gain on the gold market. The market played around with it on Friday, the 7th. You broke down under that number, so now I'm friendly, but I really would like to see it get under that last low, and now I'm getting what I want with July 11th, 12th. You can see silver just jumped all over the market. So I'm always looking for momentum. Momentum often happens before price. I know people go, how could that be? It does. Momentum indicators are very important. In the silver, though, you're up to the upper Bollinger Bands. You're at the top. What do you think I'm telling my subscribers, my paid subscribers to do? Telling them this is where you take money off the table. The first resistance, we went right through it like it didn't exist. That's the 100-day average. The market had gotten down, but what was the real battle? Every day, I know it was every day for 2 weeks, I said, I think the pros came out over here. You were oversold, first challenge of a 200-day average in the Bollinger Band, and I wouldn't be surprised if you get a rally. Well, the rally should have carried, in my mind, to back up to the 200-day and maybe the 18-day average of closes. Then when you got over everything, you opened the door that if something good's going to happen, the next resistance I would have thought would have been the 100-day and then the Bollinger Band. It all happened at one time. Do I think you're just going to pick up here and run? No. Fair enough? Am I bearish? No, that's not what I'm saying. In the copper market, higher lows, higher highs, it's being pulled along with the other metals. It is not the leader in this parade. It needs China to do something. Is it friendly? Yes. But if you get bullish this market and you buy into the area of the 18-day average, this is their first move, by the way, back over the 200-day average, you have a risk all the way back to 372. I'm not keen on this trade. I see the trend is up. I see the bias is up. I'm not bearish. I just don't like the dollar risk to get long. This trade was all called when you lost the bearish embedded reading to go back to the 18-day average. This is gravy. So if the market gets up here, yes, I think you're going to have massive resistance between 960, the 200, and 100. Resistance is not a reason to go short. Resistance is a reason not to be long, especially if you don't have an embedded reading. Very big difference as to how other traders go. You know, you don't have to always be, if you're at a number that you think is resistance, be bearish. What if it keeps going? What if you think the support's going to come in here, as I did, and it keeps falling? Can you afford to be wrong like that? Why do that? So it's one thing to be with the trend, which was down. Another, in my opinion, doesn't mean I'm right, by the way, to take money off the table and get away from that money. You've taken the fillet out of the cow. I really don't need the trimmings. Got the difference? You put it all together, you try to come up with a game plan, and I believe one of the biggest things you can learn in your whole trading career, if you're a chartist, are how to use Bollinger Bands, and I beg that you take a look at the way I do it with my version of slow stochastics, which is different than what you've probably seen. I explain it in 13 chapters. I prove my case each morning in the sense that I give you free access to my morning future subscriber video and my ETF Spider video in the morning. So you're seeing me talk this through in the day that it's occurring, and I'll give you the charting software you see how it all works. Fair enough? How do you do it? Take a look at this ad. At any point, you move your cursor to the top here. There'll be an icon, and you can always go to iraepstein.com under the word education, enhanced Bollinger Band course. I'm Ira. You have a great day. Welcome. I'm Ira Epstein, and I'm here to talk about my enhanced Bollinger Band course. Now, many of you have taken my regular charting course, and if not, you might think you know something about Bollinger Bands. As you know, Bollinger Bands are an algorithm designed to keep the market trading within it 95% of the time, and on a chart, it will offer on the top part resistance, on the bottom support, and the idea is the market will travel within them. We know that sometimes it latches onto that band, goes up or goes down. Well, how do you play with that? Can you pyramid the positions off that type of thinking? Well, I've applied all three of these into 13 different videos that teach you my concept of it. And from that concept, you're able to work with weekly charts and or daily charts. The 13 videos, each about 7 minutes long. The idea here is not to put you in school forever, but to teach. Now, if you haven't tried my complete futures research, I throw that in as well. Whether you've tried this or not, I think it's worth taking a look at. I think you're going to learn something from there. That research, by the way, covers twice daily market updates for you and access to what I call window envelope numbers, which I think are very important when looking at these Bollinger Bands. The next part is a trial to our charting software so you can make your charts look the same way that mine do. It's that simple. Where do you go with it and how do you get all this? It's simple. You go to our website, www.iraepstein.com. If you go to the word education, everything you need is answered there. You can also call my staff. They'll be happy to help you get set up. I'm Ira Epstein on the road to your education.